Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this TROND clamp-on power strip with LED desk light. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. So this has 4 AC outlets, 10 watt LED light, 3 color temperatures, 1700 joule surge protection, 5 brightness levels, 60 centimeter extra long gooseneck. So that'd be around 2 feet. Has a 0.33 inch slim plug, 6-foot cord. We have specs in the back. You can pause and read through those. I'll go over a couple. Has 30 LEDs. Color temperatures are 2800, 3000, and 5500 Kelvin. So let's get this open. Here we have a manual. Let's take a quick look at it. You'll want to read through this on your own. This shows the different parts. So we have the lamp, the gooseneck, surge protector. There's a power switch, adjustable clamp. It's on off for the light and color temperature, and then brightness up and down. So you short press to turn the lamp on or off, and then you long press to adjust the color temperature, and you short press the up down to change the brightness. Here we have the specs again, and some product features. Let's get this out. So here we have the gooseneck and the clamp. We'll open this up all the way. So that opens up to around 2 3/8 inches. Now if your surface is exactly 2 3/8 inch, I'm not 100% sure if that will fit. You may be able to force it on. So they have rubber feet here and here. Now there's no rubber up against where it pressed against the desk. This is plastic here and there's no rubber on the backside. You could add additional padding if you needed to, if you had a specific surface that required it, but I think this will work for most people. Here we have the 4 outlets. So this gives you easy accessibility to them on top of your desk. So if you have a tower sitting on the floor, it's not like you would run that power cord up and plug it into here. You might, but I find outlets like this are good for things like phone chargers, or maybe you have some sort of device like a laminating machine that you need to plug in on occasion. You can put it on your desk, plug it in here, and you don't have to go under your desk to plug it in. Here we have the on-off switch, and these are touch buttons here. Then we have that slim cord, so that can fit behind furniture. So I'm going to set this up on my bench here, then later I'll show it on my desk. So I'll put this on the front of my bench, but typically we put this on the rear. So I have it on the edge of my bench. I'll tighten the screw clamp down. Okay, so that's sturdy. I'll plug this into my power. And I'll adjust the gooseneck. Place it like that. So I'll try to turn this on. So you do need this switch on to turn the light on. So I'll turn that on. Let me shut off the overhead light. So now we just have this light on. So this is what it's like with it off. Now I can hold down on this. We can change the color temperature. So that's warm, that's a white, and that's a cool light. So if you want relaxing light, you could turn that warm light on. I tend to like the white light, so that's a mixture of the warm and cool. Now we can dim it. So each time I press these, it dims. So this is the lowest, and that's the highest. So probably the lowest we're going to get will be the warm, low. So that's kind of the lowest light. So I'm going to pull this up to the highest level, or close to. So that's up all the way, and I could maybe get that up a little bit higher, but that's pretty close. So with the light at this level, I can read this piece of paper here. It's pretty easy to read. The type on it's pretty small, so I would probably prefer a little bit brighter light, but it's plenty easy to read. Let me turn it up now. Now on the fullest one, it's very bright. It's lighting up the whole middle of this work surface. Let me go to the white light, and now this is a very nice, bright, even light. Of course, I can pull this down closer if I want more detailed light or more detailed work. Now I do have a little green light here. It's going to be hard to see on camera, but it's showing that the protection is working. So I can turn this off and turn everything off. That will turn off the outlets and the light. Now if I turn that back on, it doesn't turn the light on. Press the light button. So when I turn the light on, it looks like it went back to the last mode, and there's a little M next to the power button. Let's try dimming it. I'll turn the light off. Oops, turn it back on. It's at the same level. Let's turn it to warm mode. Turns back to the same level. So whatever you set that light at, when you turn it off, when you turn it back on, it'll be at the same level. What if we turn the power off? Turn power back on. Still at the same level. So that was a little demonstration on my bench. Now I'll install this on my main work desk and we'll take a look at it there. Okay, here I have it installed on my desk. This is about a 1 1/4 inch desk surface. and to have the light on full brightness. I'll turn it off. And this is what it's like with ambient light. And here it is with the desk light. Now this is off to the side of the desk, but I can easily move it over to the central part of the desk here. Now I also have my iPad here plugged in, charging. Sometimes I might need to take this charger with me. With this being on top of the desk, I can just plug it in and unplug it without having to crawl under the desk. So it gives you quick access to those outlets. Now the three on the left are spaced closer together. The one on the right has a little bit more space, so if you have a larger power brick, you can plug it in there. So here you can see the outlet up against the wall. It's very slim, so if you have furniture and you want to press it up against the wall, you're not going to have to space it out for the plug. So that's the TROND clamp-on power strip with lamp. If you're looking to add more outlets to your desk and you want a lamp, this is nice having it both in one unit. It takes up less room, it takes up only one plug on the wall, so it gives you a nice clean setup. With the clamp-on power strip, the cord is going back behind, so you don't see it on top of the desk. Now you can't really avoid having the plugs on top of the desk, but having one less plug sticking out gives you a nice clean look. And the lamp looks nice and modern too. There's the light from the other side. So it gives you that nice even light. So this could be good for an office desk, but this would also be good for a craft table. It maybe you do sewing, jewelry, electronics. So this can give you the task lighting and the outlets to run your equipment. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.